everyone, welcome to another review with me, Jason. Today we're going to be looking at the Physion Mini, this little guy. So he was advertised to me on Instagram and probably to you too, which is probably why you're on this video, and I'm sure you want to know if it's any good or not. So stick around and we'll find out. Now, about the advertisement. So these guys were throwing around some pretty big numbers compared to their competitors, which apparently they were on another league. Those numbers and those claims aren't quite so true, but don't click away just yet because it's actually not bad, this thing still. So they have lied on their website, the numbers aren't quite that good, so the strength isn't as strong as you think it is, the intensity might not be as intense as you think it is, but for me personally, it's still more than enough. So who is this for? This is for someone who does a lot of training or has sore muscles. It won't actually help with the sore muscles, but it's nice relief, it makes you feel good, and it does actually help improve blood flow to the area. One thing I will say, however, is if you have this and you're not getting enough sleep and your nutrition is not good, you might as well throw it in the bin. It's going to do nothing for you. This is the extra 0.5%, 1% improvement that you're going to get on your recovery. But if you're not sleeping enough, you're not eating well enough, there's no point. This isn't going to help at all. So make sure you've got those two before you start to use this first. At the moment, I can't really find any real research on massage guns, so if you have any, please pop it in the comments below if you've got any journal articles or any papers on it, because I'll be interested to read them. But at the moment it seems more like a psychological benefit than anything else, but yet to be proven wrong. Let's talk about its size. So obviously this is the small one. You do get much bigger ones that are more powerful, that are more intense, but for me this is actually more than enough. I don't use my big one anymore. I use this one all the time, usually once a week. If I'm starting to feel a bit more fatigued, I just feel like I want a bit more blood flow to the muscles, and actually when it's a cold day and before a time trial or something, I will actually use it to help warm up my muscles a little bit before I do the warm up itself, which I'll come on to later when we talk about the power modes. Of course, because of its size, it's so easy just to put it in the bag, bring it with you, travel, take it on holiday, doesn't matter where, and the battery probably would last long enough for your holiday that you're taking it on you with. Let's talk about the actual power itself. So if I turn it on here, and I'll take it to its most intense setting, the way to get it on is you press and hold, and then you've got 4 settings which you just tap between. So I've got it on its strongest setting here, and it's fairly easy to stop with your hand, but when you actually apply it to the muscles itself, it's more than enough pressure. Overall, it is a fairly quiet device. I don't think you're going to really be disturbing many people when you use it. You shouldn't really be using it for more than a couple of minutes anyway, otherwise it might be too much. But like I said, it's more than enough power for most muscle groups, even big ones like your quadriceps. If you're really pushing that hard, then maybe you need a sports massage rather than one of these. Let's talk about the battery of this device. So the battery, once again, is another area where it doesn't last as long as they stated. I found I've been able to get about an hour of usage out of this rather than the 6 hours that they stated. But for my usage, like I said, I might use it for a couple of minutes at a time. It's more than enough. It's going to last me about a month, to be honest, the battery, before I have to charge it up again. So a month between charges is still good. So don't take the lying as a bad thing, it still works. So the settings that I use on this, like I said, it has 4 lights and I only use 3 of the settings. So you'll press and hold to turn it on. The first light will come on, press another light and it will become more intense, press again, another light, more intense again. You can see the theme, and basically I don't use the first one, I only use the 3, and I will use the 3 for different things. So the first one is if I'll use the second setting here, is if I'm quite sore and I just want to bring some more blood flow to the area. I'll use the lighter setting, which will be less intense on the area and should mean that you can hold it on there for longer. The second setting that I use, I'll press up again, so I've got 3 bars lit up, and this is more for my general use, so if I just want to feel like want a bit more recovery, once again, even more blood flow to the area, but I'm not sore, I'll use this setting, and it will get a bit more intensity through to the area, and it will warm the muscle up a lot more than the second setting. The final setting that I like to use is the most intense setting, and here I believe that it might have some neurological stimulus to it, so it will help bring blood flow to the muscle group, warm it up a little bit by pumping energy into the muscle, and it will give it some neural stimulation, so it's almost like a pre-warm up for the muscle group. I like to use it before a cold day when I'm doing a time trial or a race and I don't want to get out of the car and cycle in the cold for as long before I start the race, and I will actually use this first because I find it just helps gets the muscles going a little bit more before I start the warm-ups. The final thing I have to mention about this device is the heads that it comes with. So it comes with a flat head, which I use 99% of the time. It comes with a circular ball head, which I'll use on more sensitive areas. If I need a pinpoint trigger point area, I'll use that. It doesn't come out much, I must say, and this one I never really use. I don't get people to use it down my back or anything, so I don't really use this one much. But the options are there and you can decide what you like. This one here itself cost me £55, I believe, which, to be honest, I think for what you're getting, it's a fair price. It looks good, it looks pretty sleek, so I'll give it that. And I've actually had some good use out of it, so I actually can recommend this product, even though it doesn't give you the quality or the information that is stated on the website. It's still a good product and I can recommend it. Thank you for watching this review. Goodbye.